into you and stay with you the rest of the game, or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Hey, 4 down. 24 is the mic.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good catch and a good pickup of a first down by Devin Singletary. And I do think the Buffalo Bills are going to get him more involved in the passing game this year. 29 catches as a rookie. I think he'll double that number this year. One of the best parts of his game, making the first tackler miss. And he does it so well inside.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
To try again after the sack. Allen flushed out right. Finding Knox there, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
You got nothing. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 42-yard.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 7, Bills 3.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score, Bills 10, Seahawks.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Bills 10. Michael Dixon to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up to the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
33, 33. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
From the gun, it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
The Seahawks, 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well,
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Mike, check 33. 33. You go night-night. Night-night.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike, check 33.
Tight.
I got you.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Who that?
Operating from the gun. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Kill.
From the gun, Allen. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
The 31-yard line.
Alert! Check Mike 33.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. 3. 7. Mike 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover on down.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike check 33. 33. Bring it.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike check 33. 33. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Half 85. Half 85.
On 1st down, Allen. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Strong right. Strong right. Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Sub. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Set the tone, defense.
Throwing again. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike check 33. 33. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
Now Allen again. They'll roll him out right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
33, check Mike 33.
Silver. Mike, check 33. 33. 6 man. Check curls. Alert.
Hey, check Mike 33.
To throw again. Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Forced out of bounds and sacked by Jordan Brooks. He's taken out of bounds behind.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Gun. They'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
To the 49-yard
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I got it. Tight end right. Tight end middle. Mike, check 33. 33. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Firing quickly here, and that's That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
35-yard line.
Watch tight end.
Three down. 56.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Allen now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 85 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run on first down with Moss. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Allen now looks to throw. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's good.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that is going to do it
That's the end
for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
Bobby Wagner.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. That's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by pass is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, we got 4 down. Check. Alert 3.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He lets it fly for Lockett. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Yo. Mike, check 30.
Alert. Hey, come on, oh. Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Throwing again. Allen.
Let's go, baby.
It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Jamal Adams.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd
Fourth
and
quarter,
9.
down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
To T.J. Yeldon.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
I got you, boy.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
They're going to try and run, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Seahawks 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
19 tight. 19 tight.
7. Mike 7. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
4 down. 4 down. Mike 7. Mike 7. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Singletary, the ball
Now the
carrier.
Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
4.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check Mike 33. Go on, D.
To throw is Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Pull it together.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Get that quarterback. And all come.
Watch the edge.
Bang, 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 bang.
Here's Singletary. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4.